Hi, today we're talking about a topic that should concern us all, listening to our child's immunity alarm. I am talking to few fellow moms today on the importance of vaccinating our kids and why we must continue to do so. Vaccines help our body make antibodies against diseases so that our body fights that disease when required in the future. But over time, for certain diseases, the antibodies start reducing, and any exposure to these diseases during that time can result us in falling sick, which is why we need to ensure that children need to get not just primary vaccination, but booster doses as well for complete protection throughout their lives. We want to create awareness about booster vaccinations, and as moms, you know just what your child needs to stay safe. So now, are you ready for the rapid fire round? Does a child's immunity weaken or diminish as they grow older?
I don't think so. In fact, I think it's just the opposite. A child's immunity only improves as they grow older. For example, immunity against the common cold. Research indicates that healthy toddlers get about 9 colds a year, and that's absolutely normal as it helps boost their immunity towards cold as they grow up.
Did your visits to the pediatrician drop once your child turned 2 years? What other doctor did you visit?
Yes, definitely, as vaccinations and routine checkups were more frequently below 2 years.
Yes, our visits to the pediatrician dropped because almost all important vaccinations are done by the age of 2 years, and there are very few that extend later.
Have you been giving your child her routine vaccines during the COVID-19 pandemic?
No, but it would have been a relief if there was a way in which vaccinations during the pandemic were possible without any fear.
My child is age 4 and 9 and their shots are up to date. But I do understand the importance of the vaccines and the role that they play in my children's immunity. So I will not skip any because that might compromise on their immune system, especially now.
So for the vaccines during COVID, we waited, as the doctor suggested, that we should just wait till the lockdown opens up, and we kind of missed a couple of months because of that, which doctor said was not an issue, it was okay. And once the lockdown opened, we did take his vaccinations.
Is vaccination necessary now since school is closed and kids aren't going to be with their friends to play?
COVID or no COVID, school or no school, vaccines are a necessity. They help you in building your immunity system, they help you in boosting your entire health and help you to fight illnesses.
Yes, of course, vaccinations are absolutely necessary. Being away from their friends and school and being isolated at home is not enough reason to miss out on vaccinations. The current pandemic means we need to be more vigilant.
Maybe some vaccines might still be important because vaccines are given to create antibodies to fight infections, and it might have very little to do with schools being open or closed.
I am pro vaccinations and feel that they are necessary. Kids can fall sick despite being home all the time. Adults in the house may be stepping out for essentials, and even though we are sanitizing, having a bath as soon as we come back, or not touching the kids, it doesn't mean that the risk is 0%. And it is the monsoon season now, so the risk of infections and the risk of flu is also there. So vaccinations are important.
Yes, I'm aware, and I think we need to get the DTP booster vaccine soon.
There was the DTP shot that she took at age 5, and the next booster of DTP will be at 9 years of age.
Yes, I am. It's the DTP booster for my older son, and I'm pretty much aware when and how to give it. So yeah, I've been informed by my doctor.
Yes, I'm aware. In fact, I've given them DTP plus OPV and booster vaccinations as suggested by their pediatrician.
Your last vaccination trip was? Why haven't you gone back?
Before the pandemic, and I wanted to be safe at home, the fear of venturing out held me back.
We had our last vaccine shot a while ago, and we haven't gone back because we thought that the routine ones were done. Till I spoke to the doctor and he recommended the DPT booster shot.
Vaccination in adolescence. What are the issues you face to vaccinate adolescents at a pediatrician's clinic?
He is due for her DPT booster next year. As she turns 9, I think it is the right time for me to understand the pros and cons of vaccinations for adolescents in a pediatrician's clinic.
Most parents and kids feel as they get older that they don't need immunization. However, that's incorrect. When kids become adolescents, follow-up vaccination shots are extremely important as they become exposed to many new things.
One of my kids fears the needle, whereas the other one is okay, and it always boils down to a pep talk before we take them for their vaccinations. When they were younger, it was much easier because we could just sweet talk them and distract them, and the vaccination was over before they realized it. But now they know, and they are themselves very worried about creating a scene in front of other people in the clinic.
Do you ask your pediatrician this important question? Does your child need continuous boosting of immunity?
Yes, I definitely ask my pediatrician how can I increase my child's immunity and which multivitamin supplements along with immunity boosting foods filled with vitamin C and overall nourished balanced eating habits.
Yes, in fact, I always have a lot of questions for my pediatrician. Kids at this age tend to fall sick pretty easily. Even if they are not going to school, the weather keeps changing, their eating habits change, and that might just lead to deficiency in immunity. So prevention with a vaccine is better than cure.
Yes, I have asked my doctor, and it's clear that continuous boosting of immunity is not only important for the child, but also the younger siblings and elders that the child interacts with.
Thank you for being part of this and sharing your insights with us. The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic is a reminder of the importance of vaccination. You must be afraid to visit clinics due to COVID-19, but these DTP booster vaccines should not be skipped since they are a lifesaver vaccines. Kids require regular immunity boosting to maintain herd immunity in their social groups. So listen to your child's immunity alarm and don't wait to vaccinate.